Oh, friends. I mean, if I could take you back, you hop out of the production van, you never know what's coming. But there you are in a strip mall, waiting to meet a bunch of cat ladies. And they don't tell me much. I kind of had the basics, but I walked in and there was Stacey. And in literally, Chuck, within 2 minutes, I knew a couple of things were for sure. We were going to have a great episode, and Stacey and I were somehow going to become friends. And today is the day, Stacey. You're on this podcast because I wish to be your friend.
Wow. And I'll tell you, my friend card was kind of full, Mike, but I'm going to make room for you.
Somebody's going to get the axe. Somebody's going to get the hook in order to make room for Mike Rowe.
What's it stand for again, TCAP?
Texas Coalition for Animal Protection.
Talk about TCAP. Talk about what you guys are doing in that innocuous little strip mall in Garland, Texas, with Dr. Glenn Campbell.
For
Please
real,
tell him
that's
hello.
his name.
He's
That's
amazing.
his name.
It's very, very strange when you're, removing the testicles of an anesthetized cat named Dreyfus with the guy who sang lineman for the county, or at least named for him. It's a strange moment.
I believe you had a ball.
A true ball. TCAP is a nonprofit organization that I founded when I was right out of graduate school. And I had done animal protection work as a kid. You would go to the animal shelter and adopt a pet and then find it a new home. And when I was in the early stages of my undergraduate degree, I worked a deal with a local rental place to rent a van to take these animals to be spayed and neutered, and would bring them back. And you might say, Stacey, why did you do that? Let me tell you, Mike.
Stacey, why did you do that?
Because it feels good to do good. It really feels good to be a member of the community and be someone that doesn't just complain. You're that person who really is working to be a part of a fix.
Who doesn't just complain. In other words, you still get to complain, but at least you're doing something in addition to the whinging.
You've earned it.
Yes, to your credit, right? Yin and yang. Right? You got to do both. Nothing wrong with complaining if you do something about it.
6.3 million animals. I Googled it, so you know it's true.
Sure.
6.3 million animals entered animal shelters last year. That's a lot of animals. And of those, you're looking at about 1 million that get euthanized. That is the environment, I guess, that we're in now. And TCAP and other nonprofits like us come alongside, and we're helpmates to cities, we're helpmates to other nonprofits that do rescue work, and to individuals. There's a lot of people, as a result of the segment that we did with you, we got some emails from people saying, why do you care about these feral cats? Your efforts, could be used for other things.
Yeah.
It's because 70% of animals killed in animal shelters are cats. Studies have shown that feral cat management really works. It decreases the number of animals that are in those shelters that you, by the way, as a taxpayer, you're paying for them. So whether you like cats and dogs or not, you're paying thousands, millions of dollars to provide that service to your community.
Right. But the numbers alone. 6.3 million is a big number. Talk about Google. Talk about sources. My God, everywhere I went, I found a different number. And it's like nailing Jello to a tree, trying to understand, just how many cats are breeding, as we speak right now, and how fast all that's multiplying. I'm still not sure I know.
So here's what you should know. If you look at your city's budget, there's a lot of your tax dollar cumulatively that's going to address animal control. If you are a budget person, if you are an animal person, you see the same problem. You just see it in a very different way. It's reframing the same situation. The situation is there's a lot of cats and dogs that need homes, and without sterilized animals, we end up with even more, right? And so that is what TCAP does. We come in as, really alongside those cities, and we have partnerships with a lot of cities, and we help them control animals in a much more proactive versus reactive way. Knowing that we were doing this today, I ran the numbers. Do you know we've done 677,000 spays and neuters?
Jeez, that's unbelievable. I know you've done a lot.
we still have a waiting list. Like we're booked through March of this year. And so I'm very proud that we are seen as a solution, but there are other solutions out there. We're not the only ones doing this, but there is value in low cost options for folks, especially, given our current economic situation. A lot of things get left behind, and one of those things are people's pets, especially very preventative type things.
Yeah. Just to be clear, you're saying that someone who has a pet cat can come in and get them spay or neutered at your facility.
Correct.
But like what Dirty Jobs profiled was you went out and got a bunch of feral cats living on the street, collected them, and then spayed and neutered those, and presumably took them back and put them on the street. Is that what happened?
Yes, that's correct. And so in any given year, we will do between 12 and 15,000 of those feral cats. And we provide that service for free. But then we also provide spays and neuters for owned cats for like $35 to $45. And they make up the 68,000 that we'll do this year. Cats and dogs.
Did the show Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe have a positive impact on your humble operation?
It breathed life into TCAP. And I mean that in a very true way. It gave those girls and Dr. Campbell an opportunity to really feel proud of what they do, and really to kind of take a moment and understand that, man, like people respect what we do and we're doing an important thing. We knew that. But when you get that validation from others, it really was really humbling. And so I've watched the video a couple times. And when I watched it, I see myself like, it looks like I'm like managing a fragrance counter because I'm just kind of walking around. But I think that there was a moment where it was like, this is it. Like I'm very proud of what we do here. And that validation was really great. So thank you for that.